What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Mathews back at it again with another hometown take. Today I'm talking about the Atlanta Falcons because it's time. You already know what time it is, Falcons fans. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Mock draft season. You already know. Let's get it before I get into reacting to Mel Kiper's first mock draft of draft season. You know we gotta handle some business first, so make sure you like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, check out the link down below to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Falcons to a great offseason. Hopefully signing a whole bunch of great free agents and drafting some great rookies so we can have a great 2023-2024 season, you dig? So buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel if you can. Also, turn on your notification bells as well so you get my content as soon as I drop it. Don't miss a single video or a single live stream with your notification bell turned on. You dig? All right. Mel Kiper's mock draft 1.0 is here. You already know what's up. It's time to react to it. So let's pull it out and show you what's up. So, with the first overall pick, Mel Kiper has back-to-back Georgia boys. He has the Chicago Bears drafting Jalen Carter, the big defensive tackle out of the University of Georgia. Shout out. He's got Jalen Carter going number 1 overall to the Chicago Bears. Number 2 to the Houston Texans. He has Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud going to the Houston Texans. So hopefully the Houston Texans get their next franchise QB. Number 3, he has the Arizona Cardinals drafting defensive end / outside linebacker Will Anderson Jr. out of Alabama. Number 4, he has the Indianapolis Colts maybe getting their next franchise quarterback in drafting Bama quarterback Bryce Young. So back-to-back for the Bama boys getting picked up. Number 5, another QB coming off the board. He thinks the Seahawks are going to draft Geno Smith's eventual replacement. Not anytime soon, maybe, but his eventual replacement in Will Levis, the quarterback out of Kentucky. Number 6, he has the Detroit Lions beefing up that defensive line even more, putting somebody on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson in the way of Tyree Wilson, the defensive end out of Texas Tech. And number 7, he has Peter Skoronski, the offensive tackle, big offensive tackle, going to the Las Vegas Raiders. And at number 8, another drum roll, please. Myles Murphy, the defensive end out of Clemson, the Georgia boy, right out of Powder Springs with the Hillgrove High School, coming home to the Atlanta Falcons. And I love it. I would love to get Myles Murphy on this Atlanta Falcons team. We need to go edge rusher. I mean, we've been begging for a pass rush since 2016, and before that, since John Abraham. We need a pass rush, a consistent pass rush, bad, and that starts with a consistent, good edge rusher. We got Grady Jarrett. We need somebody to go next to him, and we need somebody on the outside to help Arnold Ebiketie. Obviously, Ebiketie was in his rookie year this year, so he was trying to learn and, trying to learn the NFL and get used to the speed of the game and whatnot. So you put somebody on the other side of Arnold Ebiketie, get him to help Ebiketie, Malone, who's going to be, outside linebacker for us, and he'll be rushing the pass for some as well. So just bolstering this pass rush, bolstering this defensive line, and I love doing that with Myles Murphy. So a little get to know you by Myles Murphy. Let's go ahead and get into that. So first, his college stats. Well, I'll give you his credentials. He's about 20 years old. He obviously is a junior. He's going to forego his senior season from Clemson to go into the draft. About 6'4", 6'5", to around 275. Again, his hometown, Marietta, Georgia. Went to Hillgrove High School in Powder Springs, Georgia. And let's see, college stats here. 2020, played in 12 games. He had 41 tackles, 12 tackles for loss. I love it. 4 sacks, 1 pass deflection, 3 forced fumbles. That's a great freshman season out of Myles Murphy right there, and he just keeps on getting better. I was reading a scouting report from, I think the guy's name was William Krabs. I'll double check that here. I know his last name was Krabs. That's how I remembered it. Kyle Krabs. I was reading a scouting report from Kyle Krabs, and I'll actually get to a little bit of that here in just a minute. But one thing Kyle Krabs from the Draft Network, he was saying about Myles Murphy is that the thing that he really, really likes about him is his continued steadied development. Just year after year after year at Clemson, he's gotten better. And the player he was coming into Clemson in 2020 was not the same player he was leaving Clemson now in 2022, 2023. It's a much better player, more experienced player, more seasoned player. He just kept getting better and better, and I love that steady development because hopefully that will continue in the NFL. So, in 2020, I read you his stats: 12 games, 41 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, a pass deflection, 3 forced fumbles. In 2021, he played in 13 games, 38 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, increase there, 7 sacks, increase there, 2 pass deflections, increase there, and 2 forced fumbles. So stay about the same. Stayed around the same number in tackles, around the same in forced fumbles, but went up in tackles for loss, up in sacks. I love to see it. All right, 2022, played in 13 games, 40 tackles. Tackles went back up, 11 tackles for loss, so staying in the double-digit tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, staying right there around 7 sacks, 2 pass deflections again, and a forced fumble. I love it. Go ahead, bring Myles home, Terry. Go ahead, bring Myles home, Arthur. I want him here. I love it. Myles Murphy, straight beast. Let's go over some of his accolades real quick as well because we got a little time. 2020, he was the ACC Co-Newcomer of the Year by the Associated Press. 2020, Freshman All-American from The Athletic, ESPN, Football Writers Association of America as well. 2021, 4th-team All-American from Phil Steele. 2021, 2nd-team All-ACC, and 2022, 1st-team All-ACC, you dig? So, he's actually got some very good statistics as far as him being in the history books there in Clemson. So, through 2020 and 2022, he is the only FBS player with at least 10 tackles for loss and at least 1 forced fumble in each of those 3 seasons, making history. He's also one of 4 Clemson players since, you'll get a little kick out of this, Falcons fans, one of 4 Clemson players since 2000, joining Gaines Adams, former Falcon Vic Beasley, and Cleveland Farrell to have multiple seasons with multiple forced fumbles and at least 4 sacks. And in 2020, his freshman season, he was the first Clemson freshman since 1988 with 3 forced fumbles in his season. That's what I'm talking about. He come in the game, make an impact right away. Freshman, he don't got to wait his turn. He ready right now. And in the NFL, he going to be ready right now to make an impact. You feel me? So let's get a deeper dive into the scouting report for Myles Murphy. So right off the bat, to let you know, if you guys are wondering, he is scheme versatile, meaning he can go in any scheme. He can fit in any scheme. But the way his height build is, he is a prototypical 4-3 defensive end. So your prototypical 4-3 defensive end. But he is scheme versatile, and that is good to know. That way, you know, there wouldn't be any hesitance in drafting him because he would need to fit in a certain scheme, and we obviously don't know who our defensive coordinator is yet. We will know soon, definitely before the draft, I anticipate. So there shouldn't be any problems with drafting Myles Murphy, even if, God forbid, we didn't know who our defensive coordinator was, but I believe we will very, very soon. How soon, I don't know, maybe the next week or so, but definitely before the draft. Anywho, he's a prototypical 4-3 defensive end. Like I said, about 6'5", 275, 270. I think I saw one thing on Draft Network where his playing weight might be like 240. So I don't know. He might shed some weight for like the combine or the Senior Bowl or something. But anywho, so one of the best things about Myles Murphy, again, his versatility. He is fast, but he's also strong. He has great, strong Very good hands. So one thing that the Draft Network was saying about him is that he can use his hands to really make himself some creases to get into the backfield. So just to read a little excerpt out of here from the Draft Network, if I can find it. So yes, his hand power allows him to manufacture creases to slip off blocks once hands are set. And from a movement skill standpoint, Murphy offers a potent first step. So he quick with that first step. He gonna get right off the line, not play around with you. And he's got a potent first step, an effective ability to flatten the edge when running the outside arc, and his acceleration on two-man games and twist inside to explode through interior gaps is tremendous. So if you're running a little stunt on the defensive line, or if we're running a little stunt on the defensive line, you feel me? He's going to go around whether he's going back or he's coming from the outside and going inside. He's going to explode through that gap. He's going to get to the quarterback, point blank, period. And that's what we need. Somebody who's going to get to the quarterback, get him down, and make big plays in the backfield. Now, you're probably wondering, does he have moves? Does he have multiple moves? Does he got counter moves? Yes, he has multiple moves. So again, very good with his hands. He's got very explosive hands. He's got very dynamic hands as well. So he's on first contact, he's got very good hands, but he's also got counter moves with his hands as well. So he's not just a bull rush guy, not just a speed guy. He can do it all. You feel me? Versatile. And that's what we like. We need a dude who got moves, counter moves, and counter moves. That's what we need around here. Well, and again, he came from Clemson. No shade to his alum partner in Vic Beasley, but Vic Beasley didn't have no moves for real. Myles Murphy got some moves. You did. So really, I love everything I've been reading about Myles Murphy. Now, a couple of downsides here. He is a little prone right now, and everything I've read shows that he will, with reps, be able to develop out of this and kind of grow out of this, for lack of a better term. But right now, he is very prone and susceptible to getting outmaneuvered by quarterbacks or getting fooled on zone reads. So he might think the running back has it, and when the quarterback really has it. So he's gotten fooled a couple times on zone reads, and he's gotten outmaneuvered a little bit in the pocket by quarterbacks. So the biggest thing that he really needs to work on, from what I'm seeing and what I'm reading, is that he needs to work on finishing the plays. He'll get back in the backfield and he causes a lot of disruption all the time. He's a consistent disruptor. He just needs to work on finishing those big splash plays more. So finishing a big sack or finishing a big tackle for loss. That is the main thing that he needs to work on. He's going to get back there. He's going to get back there, point blank, period. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about him getting back there. He's going to get back there. He just got to finish the play. So that's the biggest thing. He's got to work on it again. The whole thing about getting fooled on zone reads and getting outmaneuvered by QBs, that's all going to come with reps and development. So I don't see that being a long-term issue. That's just going to be some of the growing pains that come with any rookie at any position. So I'm not too worried about that at all. He's going to be a top 10 pick for a reason. So if he lands to the Falcons at number 8, Terry Arthur gonna bring Myles home. Bring Myles home. We need him. He will be a great addition with Grady, with Arnold Ebiketie, like I said, with D'Angelo Malone, hopefully any other free agent defensive linemen and or edge rushers we bring in. I think Myles Murphy would be a great addition to the defensive line and a great addition to this team overall. Pretty good in the run game as well. Again, he needs a little bit of work in the run game. You see the tackles for loss, so obviously he can make plays in the backfield, but just playing the run and making sure he's staying and containing the edge and setting the edge and things like that. Obviously, he's doing that and working on that, and all football players are working on that all the time. So that's going to be a thing from him, but the steady development is there. He's got dynamic hands. He's got moves and counter moves and counter moves. He makes those creases with his hands to help himself squeeze through there and get in the backfield. So he's got all the intangibles. He's got all the credentials with his size, weight, height, all that good stuff. He's very athletic. A lot of people are saying he's not going to be quite as athletic as Trayvon Walker, but he's built like Trayvon Walker. He's not going to have the same historic combine numbers as Trayvon Walker, but he's about the closest thing to Trayvon Walker as Trayvon Walker. And he had a very, very good productive rookie season in Jacksonville. Trayvon Walker did. So we get a guy like that, the league better watch out, because we're going to be on the come up pretty soon. You feel me? So just some other things. He's also gotten this from the Draft Network, glowing reviews as a player and a person. So good teammate. He'll be good for the locker room. Arthur Smith always talks about bringing the right guy in, making sure that guy fits the culture. It seems like he'll fit the culture of this team. And again, can play in any front and win accordingly. That comes with that scheme versatility. He can kind of fit in any scheme. So, I mean, there's nothing that really concerns me about Myles Murphy. So I'm loving everything I'm seeing here. I'm seeing if I can find you guys any more facts that you might want to know or need to know or anything like that. But that's about it. Right now, according to CBS, he is the number 2 defensive lineman when it comes to the draft. So he's the second best defensive lineman in the draft. And overall, they're actually ranking him as the 5th best prospect overall. So if he messes around and drop the 8th, the Falcons are getting arguably a top 5 pick at number 8. And you can't beat that deal. You feel me? So we'll see if Myles Murphy falls to us. If he does, best believe the Falcons better go ahead and scoop him up. So let me know what you guys think about drafting Myles Murphy. What do you guys think about Myles Murphy becoming an Atlanta Falcon? I love it. I have no problems with it. I would love to see it. And I think he would do nothing but good things for this defensive line and this team overall, because you guys know we need a pass rush and desperately. And Myles Murphy would help us out immensely. So like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, check out the link down below. To buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Falcons to a great offseason. Hopefully sign a whole bunch of good free agents and draft a guy like Myles Murphy and some other good rookies. And we'll see what happens. But buy me a coffee if you can. Turn on your notification bells as well so you get my content as soon as it drops. And until I talk to you guys next time, stay true to Atlanta. Believe in Atlanta. Go Falcons. Peace.